Alabama versus Michigan exceeded the hype in every conceivable way. The iconic coaches, the iconic venue, the legendary coaches, the thrilling overtime finish. One of the greatest Rose Bowl games I've ever seen. One of the greatest games I've ever watched. Michigan outlasted Alabama to advance to the college football playoff national championship game next Monday night. They will now face Washington in that game. And one of my takeaways from that game last night was the brilliance of Jim Harbaugh, the game plan, the play calling, and the way Michigan outcoached and outperformed Alabama. And I know there's a lot of people who hate on Jim Harbaugh, and that's the last thing they want to hear. But he simply outcoached Nick Saban. I'm not saying Nick Saban is a bad coach, because that would be the dumbest thing to say. I'm not discrediting or diminishing his greatness. I just think he was bad this time around. He didn't coach great last night. Not his best coaching job at all. And when you watched that game last night, you saw an Alabama team that looked very unprepared and that looked very confused. There was a lot of confusion, mental errors, and communication issues. Ultimately, looking at this, you almost certainly expect Nick Saban to outdo everyone, especially someone like Jim Harbaugh, the coach that some have maligned and wondered about, often revisiting his postseason track record. And I think to see that happen, it was shocking. It was very shocking to see Nick Saban's team unprepared, undisciplined, and not really ready for this matchup. I have the utmost respect for Nick Saban, but he was clearly outcoached yesterday. I'm still puzzled as to why Nick Saban called the timeout to run Milroe up the middle of a defense that has stopped that play all night. I don't know what he was thinking there. I don't know what his idea was. I don't know what his intentions were. I watched Alabama defense run out of gas late in the fourth quarter, and by overtime, they were completely gassed. All the Michigan motion pre-snaps confused Alabama's defense. That defense never really got their act together. That defense was confused all afternoon. Michigan took a more aggressive approach. They were very aggressive in this game. I love the pass rush. The pass rush I thought was tremendous. And quite frankly, Michigan executed plays better. The trick plays, Michigan's ability to cause confusion and to discombobulate that Alabama defense. This is Jim Harbaugh's specialty, and it's part of why he outcoached Nick Saban, because of his gutsy calls and his trick plays, right? He's a great coach. The players of Michigan wanted to win the game more than Alabama. It showed. They were better prepared, hungrier, and more focused. This goes to show you how great Jim really is. And we can sit here and try to demonize him. We can criticize him harshly. We can call him a cheater. Say whatever you want. Say his legacy is tarnished. This guy has won everywhere he's been. And people forgot 10 years ago, he led the San Francisco 49ers to a Super Bowl, only to fall short to his brother and the Baltimore Ravens in that Super Bowl. So everywhere he's been, he's won. He might not have finished the job. He falls short most of the time, but he's won. He's made programs relevant. He's a program builder. You could say a lot of great things about Jim Harbaugh, but Jim Harbaugh is a great coach either way you look at it. And yes, I know this cheating scandal, his shenanigans, all of that's going to follow him for the rest of his career, but it doesn't take away anything that this man has accomplished on the big stage. Congratulations to Coach Harbaugh and the Michigan Wolverines. Well done on Monday.